because I had a little project on my site to review every Kate Winslet film. I made that pledge before she signed up to be in movie 43. And she's in the first segment, and I still had to sit through the rest of it. I had to sit through Stephen Merchant getting plastic surgery to look Asian.
And doesn't someone have doesn't Hugh Jackman have a
testicles on his chin? Yeah, that's the Kate Winslet segment. She goes on a blind date with him, and he has testicles on his chin. There is one decent segment in it, which is
Johnny Knoxville.
No, I wasn't even a fan. Like that's okay, but the joke is just, Gerard Butler's voicing a foul-mouthed leprechaun. Isn't that funny?
That's kind of like, that's not funny, but the idea. You just said it and it made me laugh.
There's a segment with Terrence Howard as like a basketball coach of a team that's entirely African American, and they're playing a team of white kids, and he's giving the motivational speech, and it's just, you're gonna win because you're black and they're white.
Yeah, you're gonna crush them.
You're gonna destroy. This is what's gonna happen. And the players are all kind of like, but coach, what if they're better than us? Like, but you're black and they're what? It's just they hammer it into the ground over and over again, and it's his like straight face delivery and the kids. That's the one decent scene of this whole terrible film that I don't know why I bring it up so often.
What about the Lee Schreiber Naomi Watts bit?
That's an odd one. Yeah, the homeschooling. This film is burned into my brain. I haven't seen it for maybe 6 years, and it's in there.
Chloe Grace Moritz one?
Oh, yeah, that's when she has her period. Her first period. And
How? Right? This movie, wow.
And there's the Anna Faris one where she just wants, Chris Pratt, I think, to just take a dump on her. Is it Chris Pratt?
They had some trust in these producers to do this thing.
Yeah.
You know the cinematographer also shot Battlefield Earth of this movie?
That I haven't seen.
And he did Hell or High Water, the Oscar-nominated film.
That I have seen. That's very good.
Did you notice
very well shot film? Yeah.
The blue tint that happened when she turned in the when he said "Don't see me anymore," and then it went to blue tint?
Well, there's the blue tint, and then there's the score making psycho shower noises, and there's some very odd directorial flourishes here when we're seeing things. We're seeing like Madison, the scenes where she kind of turns a little bit, where we start
jump cuts.
Yeah, jump cuts, but like they filmed each scene 4 or 5 times and just merged them all together. And they'll show the same line being said in 3 different takes from 3 slightly different angles in quick succession. And I just found that to be, it's a directorial choice. I think it was a mistake. It's odd.
You know what I didn't even think about? So in this movie, they found a swimming pool in Brooklyn that they just liked, and they shot there.
Okay.
But that doesn't look like, because they scouted a bunch of high school swimming pools, and they all don't look good at all. They're not very atmospheric.
I wouldn't say this one was that impressive.
But like, it's a weird high school pool, right?
I never had a pool at my school, so I'm not sure what they look like. We just used the local community center one.
Yeah, you're right. So they probably go to well, they had their own, didn't they? Attached to the school?
And this one they did, yeah. So I'm saying I don't know. I can't compare this to other high school swimming pools because I've not seen any, but it looked like how I would expect a swimming pool to look. So mission accomplished there. But it didn't look overly impressive or atmospheric in terms of requiring a whole scouting trip. Maybe they did scout out a bunch and they didn't look swimming pool enough. They all had some weird quirks to them in some way. Like my local swimming pool, they have the big pool, then there's a little pool attached to it. Maybe they didn't, or like off to one side. Maybe they didn't want to have that little pool, so they just needed this rectangle, nothing more, just rectangle, seats all around it, go. So it took a while to find that, perhaps.
And they didn't want anything outdoors. That's too much elements, and they didn't have enough money.
That just adds more problems to the plot, probably, if they do it outdoors.
Yeah, so how about this? Let's take a quick break, and we come back. We'll talk about the actual plot of Swimfan. How's that sound?
I mean, okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks, and it's time, Jay. Guess what time it is?
Is it time for the Dan Hedaya draft?
Yeah, it is. Am I becoming too predictable here?
I mean, you said earlier that we'd be doing a Dan Hedaya draft.
Oh, man. I thought you were going to be like, what time is it, Mark?
Oh, I'm sorry. What time is it, Mark?
Well, it's time for the Dan Hedaya draft.
Oh my god, is that time already for the Dan Hedaya draft?
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think? All right. So, I have a number between 1 and 2 up. What is it, 1 or 2?
2.
Yep, you got it. So you get the first pick.
Oh no.
So what we're doing here is every episode we do a draft, a really random draft. Then I put it up on Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook. I kind of just roll through. So whenever you hear this and you go to Movies, Films, and Flicks, you'll see a different poll coming up. We have a lot of fun. But you'll see similar ones to this if you go to Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook. So who's your first pick?
Okay, I gotta go with a film that has a questionable director, questionable actor, but Usual Suspects it remains one of my favorite films regardless of the people who made it.
Yeah, I know. He's excellent in it.
Yeah, well, it's Dan Hedaya.
Yeah.
He's excellent in it.
Well, in this movie, he did not like being there. He's like, you can get your swim time up. Are you swimming?
Yeah, well, he's a gruff coach. He's exactly what he needs to be. Just he's no nonsense.
Kobayashi.
You did, yeah.
He'll flip you. That movie's watchable though, man. You put Usual Suspects on, and you know what annoys me though, because you see it, and Stephen Baldwin is so good in it.
I mean, everyone's great in it. Stephen Baldwin, everyone. The problem is Baldwin gets overshadowed by Benicio del Toro.
Yeah,
like there is no getting past how incredible del Toro is. It's just such a powerful performance, and Baldwin, most of Baldwin's scenes are with him, early on at least.
All right, so I'm gonna do Clueless. I have to do it.
Nice one.
I thought you were going Clueless first, and I'm like, no.
I was gonna go Clueless second.
You gotta do Clueless.
You gotta do Clueless.
All right, so who's your second?
I'm gonna go with Commando. Second.
I've lost. I have lost this.
I've just realised I made a mistake, but oh well, I've said it, so I'm going with Commando.
Oh wait, you made a mistake?
No, I'm taking it. I've said it. It's happening.
Wait,
I'm gonna have to hope you don't take the next one.
What's the mistake you made?
I should have picked someone else, but I didn't. I picked this, and it's mine now. So, Commando.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, he was in that. He's been in so many movies.
He has a pretty long and storied career.
All right, so I'll do. I don't know, man. I don't play the game. I'll do. I had a good one. I love this movie, and I think more people should watch it. I'm gonna say To Die For.
That's fine. Okay.
Because that's a great Kidman performance with Joaquin Phoenix.
I've not seen To Die For. I'll take your word for it.
It's really. I was gonna say it's To Die For. I'm like it's good.
Well then, I'll take a film I didn't like first time I watched it, but it sticks with you. I'll take Mulholland Drive. That's what I should have taken last time.
Yeah, I saw To Die For, and you know me, man. I go with my heart.
Yeah. I was kind of relying on you not thinking this through.
You can always count on that, man. I hope Mark doesn't see it. Oh wait, no, it's Mark. Alright, so
there's a shiny film. He'll get distracted by that and take it.
Well, you know what's funny? I always order first, and then like 3 minutes later, I'm like, oh hey, they have that. You know what? I'm gonna do Rookie of the Year.
Okay. Again, you're just picking the films I haven't seen. It's great.
So this kid's name is Roland Gardner, and throughout the movie, the coach, who isn't Dan, is always like, Gardenhoser, Rutabaga, and at the end he calls him Roland Gardner, and everyone's surprised.
He gets it right at the end.
Yep, it's classic.
I'm going to take what was one of my first ever favourite films alongside Die Hard 3. I'm going to take Daylight.
Daylight?
With Stallone. I freaking love Daylight.
Wow.
Talk about a film no one talks about. no one even knows Daylight exists. But that's a film that I saw it on TV as a kid. In 96 it came out, so I was like 7 when it was released, and I think I was 8 or 9. And it's just, it's a tunnel collapses. Stallone's a disgraced paramedic. He's the only one who can go in and save these people from the tunnel, and he does. And Viggo Mortensen's in it, but not for very long. Viggo Mortensen's like a survival expert who tries to climb out from the tunnels and fails. I really like trapped survival adventure movies.
Ooh.
It's Deep Blue Sea in a tunnel with no sharks.
Well, and they get could we add it to the Soggy Saga because they're getting flooded in?
I mean, we absolutely could, or it could even be added to our little side project that we're talking about.
Oh yeah, that'd be a fun random one.
Yeah,
because you can't do normal ones with the side project.
I don't think so.
All right. I'm going to do Addams Family.
Okay.
Number 4.
It's been a while since I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, he was good in that. I remember that role.
It's my last pick now?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I hear good things. I'm going to take Dick.
It's a funny movie.
That's what I hear.
Young Ryan Reynolds.
Like,
Michelle Williams.
I've run out of good films that I've seen.
Kirsten Dunst, Michelle Reynolds. It's fun.
I want to see it, but I don't want to take Alien Resurrection or A Life Less Ordinary. So,
all right, I'm gonna do a pretentious one here, but I love it. It's not pretentious because it's great. I'm gonna do Blood Simple.
Oh hell, I forgot about Blood Simple.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a good one. That should not be number 5. You've won this though. My only hope
you said it every time.
My only hope. Wait, didn't you win one time?
No.
Oh. I got smushed my last one. I've lost the last 2. Robert beat me. And then
I could have had Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. God damn.
Wait. He was in Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai?
He played John Gomez, apparently.
Oh,
I'm on his IMDb. I don't know.
I feel like
that's a stacked cast.
I feel like we should add one more each so you can have that one because we missed it. That shouldn't be on the list, shouldn't it?
I feel like it should be. It's going to make the length of my team name really long, but it makes up for Dick being quite short, I suppose. So yeah, I'll take Buckaroo Banzai. Okay. But have you found some other hidden gem that we've all skipped over for his 6th one?
Yeah, The Hunger.
Is that the plan?
That's a good 1983 vampire film.
What is it? Sorry.
The Hunger.
Oh, The Hunger. Okay.
It's a good vampire picture.
Okay, sounds good.
I've lost.
Oh, Tony Scott. Yeah, that's got to be a good one.
I'm voting for your list.
I'm voting for my list too.
It's an eclectic
That's how
list.
you win election.
And I need you to. So I also need you to turn in your Rotten Squad for the 1990s, man. You got to do it.
Okay, we'll do.
All right. So back to Swimfan here. Man, I still feel so bad for Amy.
Oh, yeah, well, she doesn't deserve anything that happens to her. She almost dies a couple of times. She gets run off the road. She's on her little moped, which I can relate. And since we've been doing this, a car has tried to knock me off, but I got away. It's fine. And she's just chased down by Madison. She knows that she's riding through the park, but it's on a road. And Madison tries to kill her and almost succeeds, and then later straps her to a chair and throws her in the pool. She's not having a good life, and this is after she's been cheated on by her long-term boyfriend she's willing to give up her entire future for.
That she brought back from drug addiction and juvenile detention.
Yeah, and he even says that she's one of the best things in his life. Swimming and Amy. Like, she takes them both away.
What were his prospects when he went back? Like, he just gotten out of juvie, he was rough around the edges, and
he could swim.
She added a stability to his life that allowed him to swim without being stressed out. And he took that for granted.
I think the swim practice probably also added a kind of a scheduling to it as well.
Yeah.
It's good to have that routine to work yourself around.
Oh, yeah, you're right. To get back in the habit. Or no, to get, routine.
You want to get away from that habit.
Yeah,
you want to get a new habit.
To get away from that. Yeah, you're right. Hey, I want to read you something. I
want to listen to you read me something.
All right, so MovieWeb wrote this, and I respect everyone's opinion. I just thought this was pretty interesting, and I just read this, and all right, so honestly, at first I thought it was a joke. I don't know why I said honestly, because why would I be lying? But here it said, it may not have done the biggest box office, barely anyone remembers it now, but what it did in a cerebral sense, and with its visceral imagery, is worth more than any amount of money. And it's a damn lot more fun than Beautiful Mind, the movie that actually won Best Picture that year. Serious Erika Christensen's emotionally damaged deviant is way more interesting than Russell Crowe's math genius gone mental. I
don't think the phrase more enjoyable than A Beautiful Mind should be what you can define a film as being good or not by. Because A Beautiful Mind isn't supposed to be a fun film. It's a film that I like. Growing up as a kind of a math student, I was a fan of some aspects of that film. I don't think it should have got Best Picture, but also Swimfan should not have got Best Picture. That's an odd claim to make.
Yeah, and then they're like, name a better film in the 2000s. I dare you to name a better thriller.
A better thriller in the 2000s than Swimfan. Most thrillers from the 2000s.
She proved it. Daylight.
I mean, I'm just trying to think of thrillers from the 2000s, which I can't think of films in a genre when put on the spot.
Just proved a point.
You hate when people do this, but The Dark Knight.
Oh, hey. Or like single white female.